Hey!
I'm so sorry. Are you hurt?
Hey. No, I'm okay.
Are you sure?
So it looks like Frozen 3 and 4 are actually being made at the same time, according to a surprising update from the franchise director. But here's the kicker. There's a chance the most popular theory about Elsa's powers might be debunked with some new teasers for Frozen 3. Let's dive into everything we know so far about both movies. So as we've mentioned, Frozen 3 is on its way, but it's going to be a long wait. The release date is set for November 24, 2027, which means it's been 8 years since the second film. That's a pretty significant gap, but Frozen voice actor Josh Gad recently gave an update that might help explain why it's taking so long. He appeared on The Spotlight with Jessica Shaw podcast, where he shared that the delay isn't due to a lack of interest or a quick cash grab. Instead, it's about making sure the movie lives up to the expectations set by the first two films. Gad emphasized that the team wants to deliver something meaningful and high quality, not just another sequel. He even teased that they're working on something the team is very, very, very excited about, so there's definitely a lot of anticipation building behind the scenes. Now, this approach makes sense when you think about the success of the Frozen franchise. The first movie was a global phenomenon, and Frozen 2 did just as well, grossing $1.45 billion worldwide. Critics and audiences may have rated it slightly lower than the first movie, but it still did phenomenally well, and Frozen 3 will have big shoes to fill. Disney and director Jennifer Lee clearly want to avoid tarnishing the reputation of the franchise, which is why they're taking their time. If Frozen 3 can maintain the quality of the previous films, it's likely to perform just as well at the box office, even with the evolving movie landscape. Plus, the recent success of Moana 2 shows that Disney movies can still do well even if they get mixed reviews, which suggests Frozen 3 could still be a hit. As for the long gap between the films, it might actually work in its favor. Look at how long it took between Avatar 2009 and Avatar The Way of Water 2022, a massive 13-year gap, and that movie was a huge success. While the Frozen franchise has a younger target audience, there's always a risk that they could outgrow it. The availability of both movies on Disney Plus mean new fans are discovering the films all the time. This could help maintain the excitement for Frozen 3 even with a long wait. As long as the third movie keeps up the quality, the excitement for Frozen 4, which is being made at the same time, will only continue to build. It's clear that there's a lot of effort going into these films behind the scenes, and when the marketing kicks off, fans are sure to be buzzing. So while the wait is definitely long, it seems like it's all for a good reason. The team is working hard to make sure Frozen 3 is worth the anticipation, and with both movies being developed at once, we're in for a major treat when they finally drop. Keep your eyes peeled for more updates because the Frozen world is about to get even more magical. Building off the excitement around Frozen 3 and its upcoming release, there's also a new tease that could potentially shake up one of the most popular fan theories about Elsa's powers. For a while, fans have speculated that Elsa inherited her ice magic from her mother Iduna. This theory seemed to make sense after the events of Frozen 2, where Elsa discovers that her mother was from the North Uldra, a mysterious group that has ties to elemental spirits. Elsa's journey to Ahtohallan revealed her to be the fifth spirit, bridging the gap between the human world and the spirits, which only added more fuel to the theory that her powers were passed down from her mother's side of the family. However, a new tease about Frozen 3 might just throw that theory out the window. Co-director Jennifer Lee has confirmed that the third film will finally answer the burning question, who gave Elsa her powers? The way she phrased it suggests that Elsa's abilities may have been bestowed upon her by someone or something, which likely rules out the idea that Elsa inherited them from her mother. If Elsa's powers weren't inherited through genetics, that would also explain why Anna, despite sharing the same parents, doesn't have any magical abilities of her own. It's a little odd that Anna didn't develop her own powers. Many fans expected her to have some connection to the magic, especially after watching the trailers for Frozen 2. But this new direction in Frozen 3 might clarify that Elsa's magic comes from a different source altogether. In fact, this shift could be a smart move for Frozen 3, especially when you think about how Anna's character has always been the more grounded one. Unlike Elsa, Anna doesn't need magic to save the day, and it could be powerful for her character to continue being a hero without the need for superhuman abilities. If Elsa's powers are tied to something outside her family, it opens up exciting possibilities for the future, and it could even provide the filmmakers with an opportunity to explore new, deeper aspects of the magic that's been hinted at in the first two movies. That said, there's still a chance that Elsa's parents could play a role in how she got her powers. We know from Frozen 2 that Elsa's family has a connection to the North Ultra people, and it's possible that her parents made a deal with a magical entity or struck some kind of bargain that resulted in Elsa's ice magic. Given that the Frozen movies haven't always followed a carefully planned lore as seen in Into the Unknown making Frozen 2, it wouldn't be entirely surprising if Frozen 3 finds a way to weave Elsa's parents into the story in a way that still explains her powers. Whether it's a good or bad deal with a magical force, it could add another layer of intrigue to the family dynamics and provide a deeper context to Elsa's powers. In the end, Frozen 3 is shaping up to answer a lot of big questions, and it looks like the mystery of Elsa's powers will be one of the most intriguing parts of the story. With the potential for new twists, character development, and more magical discoveries, the next movie is sure to shake up what we thought we knew about Elsa's journey. We'll have to wait and see how it all plays out, but one thing's for sure, Frozen 3 is going to be a game changer. One last thing you should know about the upcoming Frozen movies is that Jennifer Lee, the franchise director, gave some interesting insights into the production process. In an interview with Fandango after D23, she revealed that Frozen 3 and Frozen 4 are being developed simultaneously, which is a pretty big shift compared to how the 2019 sequel was handled. While it's still early in the process, Lee shared that both movies will tackle some major questions, including the origins of Elsa's powers and the ultimate fate of Hans. According to Lee, they're working in a split room, half focused on Frozen 2 and the other half on Frozen 4, constantly bouncing back and forth. She mentioned that they're not even fully scripted yet, which shows just how early things are still. Because of this, it's too soon to tell where the musical direction will go, but it's clear that the team is being thoughtful about it. As for what we can expect, she teased that the films will explore a lot of big questions, including who gave Elsa her powers and what happened to Hans. There are plenty of other questions to come too. She even hinted that this was just like the first page of what the films will dive into. So it looks like we've got a lot to look forward to, and the mystery of Elsa's powers is about to get some answers. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Your suggestions for future videos are always welcome in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay in the loop, and if you want, you can share your thoughts about this video in the comments.